So you're on a farm.
Yep.
How many animals do you have?
Well, right now we have just 7 feeder calves
Okay.
and 130 laying hens.
130. I was telling my friends this. I was like, I think she said 66.
That's what we started with. Well,
Okay.
so I wanted 6. That's what I
Six.
wanted.
I knew there was like a 6 in
Yes, I wanted 6 because when I moved in with my husband, we were actually just in Caledonia, and the house we moved into didn't really have land or buildings or anything, and I was I need something for me to take care of because I grew up on a farm and I need that daily structure of chores at night, chores in the
Okay.
morning. Like,
Interesting.
So I wanted 6 chickens so that I could take care of them in the morning and at night, which turned into, well, if you're going to get 6, you might as well get 60. So then we had a bigger coop, and it becomes more of than what I expected. And then we actually started selling the eggs, and it was like, oh, okay, now we need like 130, and I have another 50 coming in April.
Wow.
So it's a little bit more than I expected, and I laugh because I was never.
So now you really got some structure.
Yeah, we really have structure, morning and night. And I have to say I like the cattle more, so that's why we had to get the cattle in the mixture. But the chickens they've taken on a mind of like more to the operation than I ever expected.
So what's the daily? So you have 7 cattle and 130 hens.
Yes.
What is your daily?
What are chores?
What
Essentially?
what does your day look like?
So in the morning, it's always feeding and watering, making sure everything is taken care of for both the cattle and the chickens. And then during the day, I do about my regular business, working on different things. And then 4 o'clock is like my time, 4:30. If it hits 5 o'clock, I'm too late. But I go outside and then I feed them all again, make sure there's water, and then we collect all the eggs that later at night then too.
So how many eggs are you per day?
Well, right now we're down a little bit because it's cold out, and chickens are actually they lay based on the sunlight. So when the days get shorter, they lay less. When the days get longer, they lay more. So right now they are laying we're at like 70 to 80 a day. And then once it gets summertime, we should be back up to 100 or so a day.
Okay.
And then we do like monthly, we clean them out and do all the good things, but that doesn't have to happen every day, like making your bed or such. It's a little different. But keeping up on that end. So it's not super time intensive. Honestly, I spend about an hour a day with them, but in terms of the structure is my big thing, because it's like every day I have to do this, and they depend on me because they can't do it themselves, which is a good feeling.
This is something people that didn't grow up in the country don't understand. Because, I'm in Chicago and people are like, I just want to get away from everything. Just like live on a farm. Just have my own farm and raise animals. And I'm like, Are you sure? Are you sure about that? Because you have to be attentive to the animals every day, twice a day. It's a huge time commitment, and
the commitment is the big thing, because like you can't just go out of town like you on a spur. And that's, my husband didn't grow up on a farm, so that's the thing he's getting used to, of like, no, we want to go away for a weekend, well, we need to have it lined up. Someone's taking care of them in the morning, someone's there at night, and have that all figured out before we just jet off somewhere.
It's like a logistical labyrinth.
Yeah, and that's the thing that I've run into in talking to people who also think they want a farm, and then they make it, they have their chickens for about 2 months. We've had people that they advertise their chickens, they want to get rid of them, and we're like, well, maybe we'll take on a couple more. Sometimes it's all dependent, but they've said like, this is too much work. I didn't realize all the work that went into it. And it's like, well, they're living creatures too. They need to be cared for correctly.
And this goes back to kind of the topic we were just discussing. It's like, Raymond is this rural community, and you have people who are not from the area or the lifestyle that move in because they're attracted to, I want to be out in the open land. I want to, be in the countryside, until they'll start raising animals. And they build all these fences.
And they're nice fences too. Like they
Yeah.
go all out.
These are like, oh, that fence is pretty nice.
Yeah.
But then after a while, they realize how much time it is,
Mm-hmm.
and then they get rid of them, and then now they got this fence that's up.
Yeah.
Because again, there's this like idea in the head of what something is, but then there's the reality of what it actually is as well.
Well, and I laugh because you go and play like games on your phone, like Farmville and things,
Yeah.
and you're like, man, this is so easy. Like, I just go to collect all these things, and I just sell. Oh, I'm making money. I mean, farming is a lot more than
Yeah.
that, especially like. So we talk about like the animals and what we have on our farm, but like, so my family farms more than just, you know, they actually crop farm, and my husband works on a farm, and they do essentially soybeans and corn and wheat, and so you're now mixing in straw, and you're trying to keep everything going all at the
Yeah.
same time. And most days in the summer, I'd say he's gone from like 7 to 9 at night, and it's a different lifestyle, and you get used to it. And he makes comments of, oh, I can't believe you can handle this, you're home alone a lot. I'm like, it is what it is. But you get people who've never been around that, and well, I don't want to have to give up this to be able to do that. And
Yeah, it's trade-off.
and those games that you play do not show that at all. And even like you watch like TV shows about farming or things, it's like you don't see any of the struggles or anything. So you start to struggle and you go, why are we doing this? And unless you have it ingrained in you that this is a really good thing, this is what you want to do, it's easy to say, oh, let's just go do something else and give this up.
And then time comes when egg prices are super high. And, well, you know, not for me.